BVW, man. Brody Van Wagenen. He's just... I love this man. I love this man. He's my GM. I wasn't planning on making any videos for the next couple days because I'm getting ready to head back home to New Jersey for Christmas break. But the New York Mets... That's right. My New York Mets went out and they made a big splash today on the free agent market. Wilson Ramos... Finally, the Mets have a catcher. I mean, finally, the Mets have a catcher that's not going to be named Kevin Plawecki playing behind the dish. They got Wilson Ramos on a 2-year deal, $19 million. Now, I'll go into it in a little bit more, but of course, before we do get going into my analysis and reaction of the New York Mets signing, make sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed and you want to see more of this content. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you enjoy the content. You don't want to miss out. We're talking about baseball news whenever it does arise, although I forgot the Edwin Encarnacion video, so don't hate me. And let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on the Wilson Ramos signing from the Mets. What do you think about it? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section, as well as you can hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at GiraffeNeckMarc. Links in the description. So as you can imagine, I am so pumped that the Mets got Wilson Ramos because there had just one, we needed a catcher. That's the big number one issue, is that the Mets catching has been abysmal the last few years. I mean, bad. You have Travis d'Arnaud, who can't stay healthy to save his life. The dude, he gets every single injury possible. He's coming back from Tommy John surgery. He does this, he does that. Whenever he starts playing well, he gets hurt. And then when he isn't playing well, it's just, Travis d'Arnaud really wasn't very good for us. And then Kevin Plawecki gets behind the dish, and don't even get me started with that dude. He can't throw out a runner from behind the dish, has an absolute horrible noodle arm. He's terrible behind the plate, boxes everything. I personally don't think he's a very good defensive catcher, which some people think he's okay, but I'm not a big fan of him defensively. And not to mention that with the bat, well, he's basically swinging a noodle. He doesn't do anything at the plate. He's like a lifetime 220 hitter. Kevin Plawecki is he's weak, which is unfortunate because he was a pretty hyped up prospect for us as a catcher with the Mets, but the Mets doing what the Mets do. They hype up their prospects and then they don't live up to the expectations, kind of like Dom Smith, Fernando Martinez, Craig Brazell, just to name a few. So we went out and we addressed the need at catcher by getting Wilson Ramos. 2 years, $19 million is the total contract. There's a third-year option that bumps it up to, I think, about $27.5 million, something along those lines. Very affordable contract. You're paying Wilson Ramos $9.5 million per year. That is so cheap. So cheap when you get a guy who behind the dish is going to hit about 270 pretty much every single year, put up about 15, 20 homers depending on how many games he plays and what his health looks like. He's going to drive in some runs. He takes away a huge hole that the Mets had in their lineup, which was the catcher position. Because basically with Kevin Plawecki behind the dish, it was like an automatic out. Every time he came up to the plate, automatic out. And now adding Wilson Ramos, it lengthens our lineup. We don't have as many weak spots as we once did. We still need to go get a center fielder, and third base still isn't the greatest, although hopefully Jeff McNeil will be playing there more than Todd Frazier. But as long as Todd Frazier's in the lineup, it's a weak spot. But if we can go out, get a center fielder, that lineup top to bottom is going to be a lot stronger than it was before the season started. But I don't think this is going to be a very long video, and I apologize. Maybe it's because I'm also in the midst of packing, and I don't want to spend too long on this, but I'm so pumped about Wilson Ramos coming to the Mets. Like, I can't stress that enough. He's a great hitter. He's good at throwing out runners. Defensively, he's average, above average. He's nothing crazy. He's not terrible. He's no Gary Sanchez back there, but, he's also not Yadier Molina. But he's good enough, and it's an improvement on what we had. Like I said, the past few seasons, seeing Kevin Plawecki, seeing Travis d'Arnaud, seeing guys like Rene Rivera behind the dish, seeing guys like Juan Centeno try to get a shot. I mean, we've had some insane names playing the catcher position. Jose Lobaton last year, don't even get me started. But we've had some bad catchers behind the dish for us the last few years, and we finally get a catcher back. The last time the Mets had a legitimate catcher has to be what? Paul LaDuca? And then it was Piazza, and catcher's such an important position. I can't understate it. Maybe it's because I was a catcher as a child when I played, but catcher's such an important position, not just from a pitching standpoint, but also, you're the leader of the team. You need to have a good catcher. You need to be good up the middle. And right now, the Mets are strengthening their lineup up the middle. Not to mention, we didn't have to trade Noah Syndergaard, Rosario, or Conforto or Nimmo for JT Realmuto because the Marlins are out of their goddamn minds. So let me just say this, I think, for all Mets fans, because Derek Jeter was really giving us a hard time saying you have to trade Noah Syndergaard to the Yankees. Like, what the fuck is that? But this one's for you, Derek Jeter. You, Derek Jeter. You. We got Wilson Ramos, and now you screwed yourself because it looks like the Braves don't want Realmuto. The Phillies aren't going to trade for Realmuto. You're asking for too much, so I hope you screwed yourself, and shove him, Derek Jeter, trying to make the Yankees a better team. You have to give them Noah Syndergaard if you want JT Realmuto. You, Derek Jeter. You're the Marlins guy. Don't worry about what the Yankees are doing. you. You can see I got worked up from that, but I needed to say that. That was like very therapeutic to give Derek Jeter a quick FU, because he was, I mean, even for the Braves, he was asking for Ozzy Albies? Are you crazy? What? So it looks like they're asking for way too much. They have no leverage here, the Marlins. They have none whatsoever. And now the Marlins have even less leverage than they once had, because the Mets were one of the main teams that were in it, and the Mets just got a catcher. The Braves got a catcher, and I've also been said that they're not as interested as it's being made out. The Nationals got a catcher in Yan Gomes. It's pretty much down to now like the Brewers, Padres, and the Dodgers, and I don't think they're going to have to give up as much as they would have now. So for those fan bases, you're welcome. The Mets signing Wilson Ramos just made JT Realmuto's value go down a little bit because there's less people in the fight to get Realmuto now. Do I think he's a good catcher still? Of course. He's a better catcher than Wilson Ramos. But at the same time, this is how I'm valuing the team and how they got Wilson Ramos. Because if we got JT Realmuto, we're losing Syndergaard, and we're losing Rosario, and we're losing either Conforto or Nimmo. Now with Ramos, it's like as if we're adding Syndergaard, Rosario, Conforto, or Nimmo. I mean, that's so much value on our team that we got to keep just by going out and signing Wilson Ramos. Because, oh man, imagine if we traded Syndergaard and Conforto or Nimmo and Rosario for JT Realmuto. I would have been sick to my stomach. But luckily, BVW, my boy Brody Van Wagenen, I need to make like a t-shirt or something that's got Brody's face on it, because I love this guy. He's out there doing moves. He's making stuff happen for the Mets. We're a better team than we were at the end of the season, so I'm super excited for this next year. Good things, man. Good things are coming for the Mets, and I don't think we're done yet. We still need to go get a reliever, and then we're looking at some center fielders as well. But I'm really excited for the Mets season. I haven't been this excited for a Mets season probably since 2016, but I'm talking about offseason wise where we're making moves and improving. It's been quite a while, so I'm really excited to see the Mets making some moves. I would love to know what you guys think about all the moves the Mets made in the comment section down below, specifically the Wilson Ramos one. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? I don't know. At 2 years, $19 million, it seems like a no-brainer. I mean, even if the dude plays 110 games behind the dish, he's going to be way more productive than what we would have had. Way more productive. And we don't need to get rid of Thor, Rosario, and Conforto or Nimmo. I mean, we don't have to. They're on the team now. I love it. Big Conforto, big Nimmo fan, big Rosario fan. Of course, Thor. I mean, who doesn't like Thor? Everybody wants him for a reason. It's because he's damn good. So I'm sure I'm being a little overreactive as a Mets fan and being like, oh, we're going to stomp the world. The National League East is still going to be a battle. You got the Braves, Nationals, Phillies. Those teams are all going to be competing for it. But the Mets are putting themselves in a position to be very competitive next year. And who knows, maybe we can sneak away the National League East title. Crazier things have happened. But like I said, I'd love to know your opinions in the comment section down below. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you enjoy the content. And yeah, I think I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. Not going to waste your time. I got some packing to do and some cleaning. So yeah, I'm going to go do that. YouTube recommends you watch this video. This is my most recent upload. And that's going to take us to the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. There won't be a video tomorrow, but I will be back Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.